Let's walk through the ideal workflow of purchase orders and inventory receipts. If I go to my vendor area here, I can look on transactions, and here I've got all of my purchase orders that I've issued. So I can take a look at these, see what's on here. I can double click through. I can also go to my report area, purchases, and open purchase order. And this will show me what the original purchase order amount was and anything that is still open. So I'm going to go into this one particular purchase order, take a look at it here. I can receive off of here. I also could have gone directly into an item receipt and started that way as well, an item receipt or a bill. Going back to my open PO, I'm going to create an item receipt from here. It's going to receive against this PO. This is important, and I find that users often miss this step, and it's such an easy one and can really simplify your workflow. So clicking through here, it's saying I've got the open PO, terrific. That's the one that I want to receive against. So what this does is it brings in everything that was on the original PO, and then of course you can adjust it. So if I only received 1,200 units here, perfect, I can adjust that. And I received the full amount of these. That's great. Notice how this PO number is linked, so I know where that originated. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Oh, and in this case, I have it set up for inventory tracking. So I'm going to put it in my main warehouse. That's great. Okay, very important. I want to go back to this original PO, and now it's marked as received partially, and it's showing a back ordered amount for what was not yet received. So we have that. If I go back over to my open PO list, that's updated as well. When I hit refresh, that's updated. So I know I still have things pending. An important point to realize is that whatever date is on your item receipt is the date that the items are added to inventory. Let me go back over and take a look at the item receipt that I just created. I now have this item receipt. Now that this has been received, I can turn it into a bill. Okay, if I pull up my AP aging report, I do see this item receipt is on here now. However, because I chose an item receipt, it is not going to be on my pay bills report. We don't see it on here at all. That's because it's an item receipt. If I go back over to that document, and this may have been done out in the warehouse by my receiving group, and now they're bringing the bill in to me to pay, I can flip that over to a bill received. Now if I look on my pay bill list, it does appear right here. I can also go in and add freight or change any prices that I need to. The key is I do not want to change the date on this. If the bill came in, say the bill was dated last week or next week, I can change my bill due date, but I don't want to change the date here because it was added to inventory on the 13th on that item receipt. Keep in mind we're still linked back to the PO number. For those of you that are in the Platinum Edition of Enterprise that have the advanced inventory features, you can also receive this on a mobile device. Let me show you what that's like. I brought up my Android device. So if I go up here, the purchase order management worksheet shows all of my open POs right now. Okay, if I want to send them over to my mobile device, I can do that right here. I'm going to send these two. These are going to be in my main warehouse. I'm going to send these over to the device. Okay, if I could add a note here, you know, count carefully, anything like that. This is sent over to my device. If I go in here now, click on my warehouse, and I can see now that I've got right here under the receive, I've got two that are unassigned. I can see these two POs. I'm going to go ahead and receive. So I've got items on here that are still open. So if you remember, we just partially received that PO. Here are the remaining quantities. I'm going to go ahead and click here. And in this case, actually, I'll receive another 400. So I've got the full quantity, terrific. All right, I'm going to finish that one. And then I'm also going to receive some packaging that came along with it. Okay, the foil bags, I did get all 1,500 here, the full quantity. except I have too many zeros, so it did a mismatch. That's helpful. Received an excess. I'm going to go back and fix that. Oops. There we go, much better. It's a nice control point. Okay, so I am all set here. Back in the office, I'm going to take a look. I'm going to refresh on this end. Okay, so if I look at my PO progress, here we go. This shows that these both have been received. And then the next step is, do you want to go ahead and create an item receipt from here? Yes, we do. So they've done that. And then let's go back and take a look at that one. So for the boxes galore, here's the item receipt received against the PO. So that's complete. And same thing here. You can go look now. And you can see that's also against the PO. So we are all set.